Hi guys, and welcome back to Reed's Readers with your host, Clinton Reed. Now, first off, I want to point out that I have a little bit of a different setup. I finally got a video camera and stuff, so I'm going to try out a different couple of layouts the next couple of videos, okay? So let's see how this goes. Today I'm going to do a book tag invented by Becca in the Books. God, I love you, Becca, for inventing this. It is the Pray for the Wicked Panic at the Disco book tag. Now, if you see me look this way, I might scooch down because I got the questions pulled up right here on my laptop. I've got the book standing right over here. So let's just get into this book tag. Question number 1. Fuck a silver lining. Pardon my French. A book that you did not expect to like, but loved, or a not so great book that had a silver lining that kept you hooked. For this, I chose a modern poetry collection. Let me get up close. The Princess Saves Herself in this one by Amanda Lovelace. Now, I am a really big poetry fan. Robert Frost is my all-time favorite poet. Oh, he's a lot lower. I was going to show you him. But whatever. I did not expect to like modern poetry. I'm one of those people who are like, poems gotta rhyme, it's gotta make a rhythm. I don't care what you say, it's gotta make sense to me. Okay? But I was reading this, and I read this in a straight hour, and I was bawling, I was screaming, I was crying, I was like, oh my god, her writing's so good. This basically is the story of a princess turns damsel into a queen. It basically deals with a lot of touchy, trigger warnings in this book are child abuse, intimate partner abuse, bullying, sexual assault, self-esteem, eating disorders, queerphobia, menstruation, alcoholism, racism, trauma, death, suicide, grief, cancer, fire, and more. And I also got to give it to her because I have never read a book whose, where is it? Dedication touched me. Let me just read the dedication in this book, by the way. For the boy who lived, thank you for inspiring me to be the girl who survived. You may have a lightning bolt to show for it, but my body is a lightning storm. Come on now. Who dedicates a poetry collection to Harry Potter? Hello? But yes, if you haven't checked out Amanda Lovelace, you need to. She's amazing. Can't wait to get the rest of her stuff. Ooh, let's see if we can move this out of the way. I want to see if I can stand this book up right here. We'll see how long that lasts, see if it falls. Now, question number 2 is say amen Saturday night. Either a book you are thankful was over, or a book you could spend all Saturday night reading. Now, I've talked about this book in multiple discussions on this channel. But the book that I personally could spend all night reading is Rainbow Boys by Alex Sanchez. Such a nostalgic book about 3 gay men, or 3 men in different aspects of their life. You've got Jason back here, Nelson, and Kyle. I've talked about this book so much on this channel, I'm not going to talk about it here, so hey, check it out. Let's see if adding this will make them fall. Please stay. Now, question number 3 is, hey, look, Ma, I made it. A book you felt accomplished for finishing. P.S. This song, that music video, oh, love Brendan for that. If you haven't seen the music video for this, check it out. Okay. Now, the book I chose for this is not because I didn't like it. It's just, for some reason at the time I tried to read this book, it took me the entire month to finish. and I was so happy I finished it. I rated it 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I'm definitely carrying on with the series because I love the author to pieces and needs to know everything she's ever written. I just think I was kind of in like a reading slump at the time, so I just couldn't get into it. But I do plan on finishing the series, and that's one of my goals. I chose The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. Basically about a girl who's raised by clairvoyance meets up with a bunch of guys to try to find a Welsh king, a hidden slumbering Welsh king. One of the most fucked up kind of sounding storylines, but this book was so good. And I think I had issues with it. I can't stand Gansey. Anyone else out there can't stand Gansey. He's nothing but a whiny little bitch. And I hope his story arc changes. And Adam right now is this fluffy little kitten that I just want to put in my pocket and protect. No spoilers. I haven't finished the series, please. Where do you come from? Cool. Number 4 is High Hopes, a book you had high hopes for but fell flat. Okay, this book. Let's get into some realness here. One of my all-time favorite movies is Beaches, starring Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey. Love it. When I found out it was based off of a book by Iris Dart, like, can we say, had to get it, had to check it out. Now, I DNF'd this book after like 100 pages. This book bored me to pieces. And I'm sorry, it's not even what we got in the movie. So it had high expectations because Beaches is like one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm obsessed with Barbara. I'm obsessed with Barbara Hershey, and I'm obsessed with Bette Midler. Like, Bette Midler is queen. Anything she could do, she could be Batman, and I would still be like, yes, queen, yes, get your life, get your life. Because, like, let's be honest. But to find out the characters are not Cece Bloom and Hillary, it's Cece and Bertie White. This is nothing like the movie. I'm not saying I won't pick this up again in a later date and try to finish it, but as of right now, it's not living up to its high hopes. Such a pretty book, though. I don't really go for pink books, but it's just so stunning. But nothing like the movie. Next one. Roaring 20s. P.S. Love this song. A book that makes you feel nostalgic. I chose one of my all-time favorite book series. And no, not Harry Potter. I thought about Harry Potter, but I figured everyone was tired of hearing Harry Potter for this answer. I went with Marked by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. All I had to find out about this book was, the only thing you needed to really tell me about this book was Vampire Finishing School, based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. What? Vampires based in Oklahoma? Like, girl, you cray. And I was like, give me. And you can see behind this, I've got all the way up to Loved. Lost is on its way, which is the spin-off series. Can't wait to get it. But also, these books. To get the hardbacks. The beauty of these, one, they have the title on the book. You don't get to see that often. And two, the covers are posters that you put together to make an even bigger poster. If it wasn't the fact that I loved this series so much, I probably would have put these posters together in like a frame, because we need some House of Night love in this house. Yes, all I gotta say is Vampire Finishing School, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the main character is, I wanna say, she's either Cherokee or Choctaw Native American Indian. Or she's Chickasaw. It's been a while since I've read the first one. Don't quote me on that. Okay, this next one, I don't actually own a copy of this book, but Dancing's Not a Crime, a book that BookTube makes you feel is a crime for loving / hating. Please don't hurt me for this, but I cannot stand Illuminate Files by Jay Kristoff and Allison Kaufman. I hope I got her name right. I have tried to read this book 3 different times. I don't get the hype. I can't get into the characters. The format is really cool. The audiobook, if you're going to read it, is awesome. Can't connect with the characters. I'm sorry. If I can't connect to a story, you lost me. So please don't hurt me. May eventually try this later on in life, but right now, sorry guys, shoot me. Or don't shoot the messenger. Love you guys though. The next one. One of the Drunks. A book that you got drunk on and left you in a book hangover. I'm going to talk about the most recent book I finished. I'm currently in the middle of Discovery Witches, which I'm having a hard time getting through because of this book. Has left me in the biggest book hangover. Has shattered my soul. There's nothing else to say to that. But Before the Devil Breaks You by Liva Bray. 1, gorgeous cover. 2, I didn't think she'd go there. And she went there. This series I read for Tome Topple, which I will get another video talking about just these 3 books right now. I need the 4th one. Liva Bray, hurry up on the 4th one. I need to know what happens next. Oh my god. Listen, I need to know what happens next. Oh. From like right around like here. Yeah, from here on, crap happens that just like, when I finished this, like when I got to those parts, I was screaming, I was hyperventilating, I was crying, I was loud crying, and then it started off softly, and then I thought I died for a few minutes. Oh, I thought I died. I've never been so destroyed by a book. Oh. So I'm still in a sort of a book hangover, so I'm still trying to get through the book that I have to get through and then get through some others because I'm still in like a book hangover. I'm sorry, guys. But that book just shattered my soul. Oh my god, I'm not going to be able to fit the next couple books with like these books. I'm sorry. I didn't leave any room for the next ones. I forgot. Before the Devil Breaks You was kind of big. Now, the next one is The Overpass, a book that deals with a difficult subject matter. Now, you guys might not consider this that big of a difficult matter, but this book deals with suicide and coming to terms with who you are, meaning coming to terms with the fact that you are LGBT. This book, I connected with this book on a deeper level. The twist in it shattered me. I cried for 4 hours or 3 hours afterwards, sorry. So I'm going to say it dealt with difficult matters as someone who did struggle with when he was coming out of the closet as gay and struggled with, if I can get it to show my tattoo without getting in the light, my survivor tattoo with the, that's hard to show, but who has attempted suicide in the past multiple times, and this book just broke me, and I need to read everything this author's ever wrote, which I've got the other 2 books he's wrote over there. But the book that I chose for this was More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. It's almost slightly a dystopian-esque kind of, but in a contemporary way. Follows 17-year-old Aaron Soto, whose father just committed suicide, and there's this procedure that could be done by the Leto Institute that could remove a piece of your memory so you could live a happier life. Because as he's discovering he's gay, he realizes maybe that was what led his father to suicide and having to deal with a bunch of difficult issues. He thinks about going to this institute to have his gayness pulled out so that he could be normal. Now, if you want a book that will destroy you, this book will. And P.S., this happy little splashes of color, no, I'm sorry, will shatter you. So that's the book I chose for Difficult Matter. Next we have Old Fashioned, your favorite book published before the year 2000. Oh, wait. Sorry, I skipped one. King of the Clouds. My bad. You go to a book to lift you up, your go-to book when you're feeling down. And anyone who knows me knows this is my all-time favorite book series, my all-time favorite author, and How to Hang a Witch, Adriana Mather. More people need to read it. If you don't know who Adriana Mather is, look her up. She's a goddess. She's like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. She's practically family now. I feel like I know everything I need to know about her just by reading her books. And yeah. All I'm going to pitch you this book series as Salem Witch Trials meets Mean Girls added with a few ghosts. And the second book in the series brings in Titanic ghosts. But anytime I'm feeling down, I could pick up this book and Samantha could just pull me out of any funk. I read this book when I was slowly getting back into a spiral depression because I felt worthless and all this other stuff that people who have depression, do. But this is a book that just warms my heart. It's even got some difficult parts, and that twist at the end, so did not see that coming. But yeah. Now we're going with Old Fashioned, your favorite book published before the year 2000. I just recently read this book back in June. I'm kicking myself for not reading it before now, because it's now my all-time favorite book. It shattered my soul. Okay, if this tag doesn't show you books that shattered my soul, usually become my favorites. Harry Potter's up there too, but that's beside the point. Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. This copy was published in 95, but the original story was published in 65. If you don't know what The Outsiders is, you've been living underneath a rock. Check it out. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. I didn't expect to connect with it the way I did. All I can say to this is, stay gold, Ponyboy. And the last one, which I don't know if it can fit. Let's move the fairy down one shelf. The last one is Dying in L.A., a book that you love that is underhyped. Before we get to the book, can I just state Dying in L.A.? First time I heard this song, I don't know what it was, or where I was, or what I was thinking. I bawled my eyes out. Something about this song is just so me, and I love it. Okay, now to talk about an underhyped book that I have not talked about yet on my channel. If you like William Shakespeare, if you like books like The Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons and stuff like that, Origins, and all the other Robert Langdon books. You will like Interred with Their Bones by Jennifer Lee Carroll. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is oft interred with their bones. This follows, what's her name? Katie Stanley, as she journeys following each of the Shakespeare plays to connect with the different clues to get her to different places to find Shakespeare's lost play, which I think is based off of Don Quixote. I hope I said that right. More people need to read this. A friend of mine suggested this, and I read it in a day and a half, and I devoured the words. I am such a huge Shakespeare fan. Check out a lot of Shakespeare plays over there, and sonnets, and just awesomeness. If you love Shakespeare, you love books that are dark and gritty, and a mystery, and a ride that just takes you there, this series is, Katie is such a character that, like, she's one of my all-time favorite badass bitches. She don't need no man. She can protect her damn self. But then the love interest in this series is just, oh my god. Check it out. You won't regret it. And that, my dears, is the end of this book tag. And these are the lovely books that I chose for it. Let's hope none of them fall until after I finish this video. But if you haven't checked out Panic at the Disco's newest album, why are you living underneath a rock? Brendan Urie, it's a godsend. You could sing the alphabet, and I'll sit there and be like, oh. I have been a huge Panic at the Disco fan since forever. And I've been listening to this album on repeat. And I was thinking about doing a book tag and doing a playlist to it, because Hannah at Clockwork Reader did a playlist book tag for this album alone because she's obsessed. But thank you, Becca, for creating said tag. I will link her original video down below. I'll also link Hannah's video down below. That way you can check out the first tag that I saw for this, and then found out that Becca did one, and it was like, oh my god, I have to do it! But that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this tag, hit that like button down below. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button to get more bookish content from yours truly, the Flaming Reader. Until next time, guys, remember, reading is what? Fundamental. Bye!